Hey Taurus, this is your tarot reading for the month of September. Taurus, where do I begin? There is a lot of air energy in this reading, a lot of mental energy. Some of you may find yourself in deep thought this month. Some of you may need to unpack certain thoughts, certain ideas, certain things you've seen, certain things you've heard that have made an impression. This month is going to be the month to mentally process a lot of things. From this spread, I am picking up that there is going to be justice when it comes to an idea that you have. Some of you may have come up with an idea, whether it was for work or even for yourself. And there has been some kind of battle. You may have had to defend or speak up for an idea that you came up with and that maybe somebody else is trying to steal from you, or maybe the job where you work stole the idea from you. Either way, there needs to be some kind of reckoning about this. I'm picking up that some of you are just not going to let this go. Like, you knew whatever it was, you knew it was a good idea. You knew it was going to be profitable, and everybody's profiting off this idea but you, and you are going to this month start researching what you need to do to defend or get back your intellectual property. What else is coming through? Family is also coming through, Taurus. I'm picking up that for some of you, and how, like I said, how these energies can play out in different ways. But for some of you may be thinking about, you may be at a point in your life where you feel like it's time for you to start a family. And some of you may start coming up with ideas centered around family. Some of you may start to save. Some of you may even open up like a college fund, even though you're not even pregnant yet, or you're not even thinking of getting someone else pregnant. This is something that you're thinking about, and you're trying to be proactive. Some of you have a thought, like this money that you're trying to save and the things that you're trying to save it for is rooted in you wanting your children, the children that you plan to have, you want them to have the things that you didn't have. And that's not necessarily wrong, but don't be materialistic in your mindset. Because maybe your children don't need the things that you never had. Maybe they need more of the things that you've always had. So, again, think twice. Think about your motivations and what you're doing. Don't let past circumstances make you make decisions for children that aren't even here yet. Because again, sometimes as parents, we impose what we want on our children. We try to live life vicariously through our children. And that's what I'm picking up, that some of you look back on your childhood, and the only thing that you can focus on is what you didn't have. You're not focusing on all the things that you did have. So again, don't be too materialistic in your approach as to how you want to plan your family. Family needs family. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, family needs family. Family needs people that are supportive, especially in this day and age. We just need our family to be supportive. We need to have family that's trustworthy. Again, being material minded, you might be setting your children up for things that they are not ready for, that they wouldn't even know how to handle if they were put in certain situations. I don't want to get too deep into that because I don't want to, make it seem like I'm giving my personal opinions. This is just what's coming through. Family is coming through. And like I said, I'm picking up that some of you are planning for a family. Some of you, like I said, are thinking about all the money that it takes to raise a child. Um, some of you are not ready for a family. The discussion might be on the table, but some of you feel like you're not ready because of finances. Some of you feel like you want an ideal situation. You might want to be married because you grew up and your parents weren't married. Some of you are going to decide now's not the time because you don't have certain things that you think would be an ideal situation. And what I'm picking up is that everything is in divine order. When it comes to children and plan, sometimes everything can't be planned out. You know, some things are above us when it comes to certain things. Again, think twice. This reading is not me trying to, impose what I think anybody should do. I'm just putting the energy out there that's coming up. But that's, again, like I said, what's coming through. Some of you are, kind of like doubting having a child or having another child because you want certain things to be traditional. And in 2020, what the fuck is traditional? But again, never mind. I'm moving on. Some of you, too, like in the vein of money and intellectual property, I'm also picking up that some of you may have had ideas about family at your job or however you earn your money. Some of you, the idea that some of you may have had was to be more inclusive of the different ways that there are families, and that there's not just one traditional way, that it doesn't just have to be male female. And some of you may have been advocating or coming up with ideas to be more inclusive or to broaden the definition of family. And like I said, may have been some shady business with ideas floating around. What else is coming through? But like I said, there's going to be justice. There's going to be a fair outcome coming out about these situations for those of you that have been fighting and speaking out against the ways you feel like your intellectual property was taken advantage of. I'm also picking up that some of you, there are people around you that there's a decision that needs to be made. I'm picking up that there are two people that you need to you're not seeing certain people for how they actually are. Some of you may be caught up on somebody's internet presence and you're not really seeing this person for who they are. And you need to kind of open your eyes to the situation. I'm picking up that some of you are like, there's something about somebody that you know or somebody that you're interested in, and you're only going off of their online presence or their social media presence, and that's deceptive. Or somebody is doing this to you. Maybe somebody sees your online presence and they're impressed by you, but the real deal is that you're not really as interested in somebody as they are in you, or somebody's more interested in you than you are in them, and they don't see it yet. Like I said, somebody is just like being very superficial in this situation, and somebody is it's going to leave somebody. Somebody's going to make a decision, and it's not, of course, it's just not going to work out in a certain person's favor. So again, be very mindful of your connections. Be very mindful of, like I said, I'm picking up that for some of you, this is new. Like this might be in like the early stages of a relationship. And like I said, if this isn't happening to you, it may be involving somebody that you know, somebody that you're close to. But somebody, like I said, is not seeing somebody for who they really are. They have a lot of, they're just like really covering themselves. They're really like shielding themselves. and they're really good at hiding who they really are. But eventually, there's always cracks in the armor, and it will be revealed or will be made known that this person is kind of just playing around. You know, like I said, it's a situation where somebody is more fond of somebody than they are, you know, and it's just not going to work out. Somebody's going to end up getting played, getting left out. So again, this month, that's the situation. So whoever it is, like I said, this could be you. This could be, you know, somebody that you met on an online dating app or somebody that you know through social media. And like I said, this person, you know, just has everybody believing, like I said, in their online presence, but they're not on the up and up. They're not everything that they make themselves out to be. And when it comes to this online shit, nobody is. So don't go into anything blind. Don't just think that because you see somebody saying certain things on the internet or doing certain things on the internet that that's how they really are. I'm also picking up a situation where I'm picking up two women or two, and it doesn't, when I say women, like I said, I try to be as gender neutral as I can. Let me try feminine energy, because like I said, it could be a male, it could be a female, but the energy that's coming through is feminine. So just because the energy is feminine doesn't necessarily mean it's a man, but that's what's coming through. There are two feminine energies coming through, and I'm picking up that these two energies have their own selfish motives for things that they say. Like I'm picking up that these two feminine energies, they may not intentionally be trying to throw you off course or steer you in the wrong direction. It's just that they have their own selfish agendas, and if you don't see that, you know, if you're not really rooted and grounded in yourself, then these two people can steer you astray. But I'm picking up this month, your intuition is going to alert you that something, and not necessarily, like I said, I'm not trying to like sow a seed of like people can't be trusted. But at the end of the day, sometimes people, the closest people to you, have their own motives and their own reasons for why they do the things that they do. And I'm picking up that your intuition is going to speak to you this month and like kind of put you on alert of like, okay, this is what you want to do, but this is not what I want to do, and this is a direction that I don't want to go in. And if people aren't okay with that, then they're not real friends. If you tell somebody, well, you know, I'm not really trying to do that, or I'm not trying to go in that direction right now, or, you know, I don't want to be a part of this right now. If they're not okay with that, then that's when you know they might not be, they probably don't have your best interest at heart. So again, be mindful of that also this month. Like I said, there's two feminine energies that are just focused on their own agenda. And they might, because of their selfishness, take you off course or steer you in a direction that you don't want to necessarily go. So be mindful of that. Overall, those are the energies that are coming through. Again, hit me up for a more personalized reading. And thank you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.